Khabran Da Lekha JOKHA October 25, 2024 has been sponsored by Hanif Litigation. Any criminal or regulatory law matters, contact lawyer Shahid Hanif at Hanif Litigation 604-626-3144. Final countdown to BC election results. The clock is ticking as British Columbians await final results from last weekend's provincial election. Election BC will spend the next couple of days counting roughly 65,000 mail-in and absentee ballots. In the meantime, recounts will be underway in 3 ridings: Juandi Fukamalahat, Kelowna Centre, and Surrey City Centre. Ballots in those ridings will be conducted by hand, while other votes will be counted using tabulators. Former NDP MLA Nicholas Simons bet that everyone is on edge. Nobody is saying that they've got in the bag. They are going to be waiting right until the end and they'll be crossing their fingers and toes. Simon admits this year's vote is as close as an election he's ever seen. We'll just have to wait and see. Most of the pundits are saying that it's unlikely that there will be a big change, but when you are talking about such a fine margins, anything is possible, he explained. Simon cautions that we would be waiting a while. If the counting of the absentee and mail-in ballots results in other ridings have less than 100 between the winner and the second place, then there is going to be another automatic recount, and that will be recounting all of the ballots, he said. Both the BC NDP and BC Conservatives have shot to form a majority government depending on which ridings swing. As it stands, the BC NDP has 46 seats, the Conservatives have 45, and the BC Greens have 2, a party that may again hold the balance of the power. If these numbers don't budge much, either party will try and strike a deal with the Greens to help prop up their government. A similar move was made following the 2017 provincial election, when no party had a majority, and a failed confidence vote saw that then BC Liberal government's fall. An agreement was then made between the NDP and Greens to bring the New Democrats into power. The final tabulation is due Monday, October 28. It will be more than a week after the election that we'll get the final results, and part of the reason for that is because BC has a vote anywhere model. Because of BC's vote anywhere model, electoral districts are counting results for multiple electoral districts. This means that voting results will not be finalized until every district has finished counting, Elections BC said. Under the Elections Act, the final count cannot begin until at least the 4th day and final voting day. This time is required so that ballots to be counted at final count can undergo additional integrity checks to ensure that the voter was eligible to vote and they had only voted once, the independent electoral body stated. There is a chance there may be a judicial recount for more ridings, which are automatically handled by the BC Supreme Court. If the difference between the top 2 candidates in an electoral district is less than 1/500 of the total ballots considered, a judicial recount must take place, Elections BC explained. Judicial recounts may include some of all of the ballots in an election. Judicial recounts can also be requested by a candidate for the same reason as a district electoral officer recount. Judicial recounts request must be made within 6 days of the conclusion of the final count. 6 days from the final count is November 4th. If a judicial recount is given the green light, it has to take place between a week to 15 days after the final count is proclaimed.
BC सूबे दियां इलैक्शनां दे जिहड़े रिजल्ट ने जी